Silencer in this game as well with their heroes. Like Pudge Hook for saves, Slardar can go in, Storm can go in, you relocates. They can protect this hero so well, and it destroys DC's lineup.
And they have so many setups too. If Pudge ever gets to blink, he jumps in, dismembers to just global silence on top. They will burst anyone. And then, I mean, Skyrath is obviously like very good with
Wait, something is wrong.
Core Ogre, Core Skyrath.
Core Skyrath, it looks
Something's happening here. This is
we
crazy.
Skyrath for sure.
We Skyrath.
When the runes will spawn, Digital Chaos, they're grouping up heavily to contest this top rune, but so are Wings.
It looks like they're actually going to try and aggro over here.
Wait for it, here they come. They're coming down into the river. Who's going to get that first rune? It does both go the way of Wings. Weeha taking a lot of damage early on, but the Illuminate, it hits on 4. Blink is so low. DC's almost got first blood. Resolution, time looking into the first blood, but it's Weeha on the Skyrath throwing the orb. Wondering if he asked for anything, and DC's just like, I'm sorry, man. We got to hold this top tower. You survived that gank, and DC gets so much more. The top 3 CS is on the board. The lanes are looking fantastic for DC to start with. They have a small advantage, just now they might find a bigger one. Ice caught out. Rot denial, not possible. Misery gets the last club and in towards Weeha. Weeha has been very cocky in this mid lane, going over the river, and this is that kind of moment they were waiting for. Faith runs in, they'll get an easy crush. Innocence to help out with the Wisp Spirits. Blink the Storm Spirit! The Mystic Fire! Weeha! He burnt the Retina out of Blink! And now's a one. Still sees quite nicely. Rain Obs and Sentry is too far away. Now Ice moves over. Oh, what's the hook? Actually threads the DC needle, and they have to turn with a rod. Ice stunned up. He'll deny himself with a rod. Sasa, he's away. Back behind the T1 tower. Still a couple of stick charges up his sleeve. Resolution also with Time Walk and stick charges. They'll back up as far as they can. But Resolution, the ball slap under the tree line, and the glaive is not enough damage. But it is! The last word was had by Wings. Misery's coming up for some deep revenge. He needs to find him in the tree lines. Shadow starts his TP out. Innocence does not have the man to do so. Misery gonna loop around the tree line, try and lock him in, but then to tether away the creep wave, avoiding the Luminate as well. He gets out at the same time. Weeha went for a crazy dive behind the tier 1 tower and lost his life. Storm. So again, no joy on the rune. There is a lot of joy to be had in that bottom lane. DC, Moo is just having a great time as he comes in close over on the Slardar. 2 points up in Timber Chain is available, but he's not going to play that game as on top lane. Oh, Keeper of the Light gets caught out.
As we say that, Blink and Io.
Well, can they jump this? Moo still with the amplification. Faith comes in. There's your first jump. The crush to start with. No Vortex with a damage output. It may be enough for the back, but then the Timber Saw chains up the Shark Trap damage. It's almost going to kill Inz if he's not careful. But they find the kill before he pulls it in. Man, well, we can go again as the pause is over. And Shadow has to be prepared for this. The Chronosphere out with the Mystic Flare. It's the old school combo and the Illuminate. The damage is not enough for the 1 charges. He will still die. We hired next for Faith Beyond.
That Observer Ward will not catch wind of the Slardar nor the Io. So they are still blind. Although, you know, Silencer farming out alone with threat of relocate.
The ping actually came out. They think there's something going up here. DC's rotating supports, but it might be too late. Misery taking heavy damage. The multicast not enough to save his life. And now Resolution has to time walk back to the tier 1 tower.
Wings did such a good job of evading vision of that Observer Ward, but without Chronosphere up, not sure if DC can fight here.
They're forcing it. Leap in, time dilation, global silence comes out from Shadow, making this very difficult. Faith Beyond, blink forward, stuns over on Resolution with a Timber Chain over. They need more damage. Resolution's going to go down. The Illuminate barely nicks the back of Faith, but with the Timber Chain forward, moves bringing the damage, but it's still not enough. Faith Beyond into the tree line. Blink, he's got it. He's into the trees, starting a CP. The Hawk away, keeping it going all the way home. It's Fountain Hawking TI6 style. You're still brought back with the relocate, so Innocence will have to give up his life here.
He lost a whopping 4 gold from that, already purchasing his...
Well, that's one way to... No, he even missed the denial. He's one way to deny a catapult.
But look at where they're setting up. Global Silence coming off cooldown in just 10 seconds time. We in very deep.
Faith doesn't have vision of him. Now he will. Blink, crush. Storm Spirit jumps forward. Skyrath Mage. No real defensive abilities. Resolution. He time walked in like he was about to go for the Chronosphere and then pulled out.
I have to applaud Wings again for taking all these fights outside of DC's vision. They do have a ward in this mid lane,
Coming
though.
over. That Observer will sees Faith. Ice still on the back lines, ready to be that saving grace. Blink, Crush, Misery now hooked down. Does he have enough damage? Resolution, no mana for a Chrono, and the Global Silence. They can't respond now, DC. The literally mute button's been pressed. Wings, they will be forced out. As Mu is on the front lines, they go back up to the hillside of the Radiant jungle. But they're still surrounding that mid-tier 1 town, but not for long.
Such a tricky place for DC. They want to fight because they're right outside their T1 and they have vision down.
They want to defend bottom. The recall already came in. Weeha was brought in. Blink in the neighborhood. There's your first Crush. Is there help with the blinding light? Yeah, there is. Double TPs, but Global Silence again causing problems. Misery will arrive at Faith. He's in way too deep. The double Crush, but Seal, Mystic Flare will find the kill. Ice, he's trapped. The creep is locking him in the tree lines. He can't escape. The Illuminate will help get the kill. But it goes to Weeha.
Down because the Pudge does not have a Blink Dagger. And Slaughter has to start off the fight.
It's a yeah,
back off.
Ice. Well, here they go. He walks straight up the hillside, Mana League, and he goes for the Dismember. No lucky rot death there.
Unless Wings come over there, but no one's in sight.
Well, they still have a relocate, but Io is probably the closest of any of these heroes. Like, he can drag Shadow up. And that's all. Chronosphere now on Faith. TPs begin. Global Silence once again making this difficult for DC to get the instant kill. But now the Timber Chain forward. Faith just explodes. They're going to have more damage once Weeha can get that ulti down, but he can't. Now he can, but it's all being chained up. Wings together, holding hands, and they may die together. Just as they fought, Nu is low, once he's the tower, chains away. Wings by buyback on Faith. They need a good crush out from him. Blink is off cooldown. He'll find Sasuke over in the tree line, so he'll take a fall too. I will grab that with a denial of the tower. Still a costly fight for Sword up. ISIS will break it. Do they want to go on him? Roshan's not dead yet. They put the Timber Saw on the front lines. Digital Chaos trying to find that quick opening. Shadows nearby. There is no Global Silence in trouble. Blink is down. He'll commit suicide with a Bloodstone. He'll be back in 10 seconds, but 10 seconds may be too long. Shadow will go down. Innocent's attempted to relocate will fail. He didn't get him out in time.
They can hook out the Wisp, though. They can hook out the Wisp. That's the only play that I think they have to perhaps save him.
Ice is standing too far away. Now he's going to come down close enough to it. Innocence, the stun's there. Ice holds the hook. Instead, they may try and contest Roshan. Storm Spirit, very easy to jump in, but the Observer Wards up for both Dire and Radiant on the cliff sides of Roshan. Here comes your first hook. They drag Mu up. They've another grand to the 3-man corner! Resolution! He hit the money low right here! Chain forward! Wings, where's your extra damage? Resolution will keep chasing down after him. The Yule Setter up, keeping Faith out of it. And Mu still wants Ice. They're going to go on Faith first. He'll drop down, and they get them all! Wings, they had 5 feet. Time to buy 210.
They've been 5-manning a lot. They haven't really been in a vulnerable position for Wings to gank them with the relocate.
Ice, he's found Mu. Relocates on the way. They got extra help, but Mu's going to pop. Could not deny himself. He's actually in the neighborhood. Might try and find a revenge kill. It was a relocate in, so he knows there's only going to be one hero left. And it looks like Ice, the man without a single point up in Flesh Heap, will die to the magical damage of Wii. Inside the Dire jungle, while on bottom lane, Global Silence helps kill a Void. So tit for tat between DC. Are they going to find anything with this, with a 4-man maneuver? And they're smoking at the same time as Global Silence is off cooldown.
And looks like they are going to show the Timber Saw in the mid lane, but they can easily recall him to the fight. Dire's use scan, they know exactly where they are.
So smart from Wings. They see it coming, but how do they react?
They need an Observer Ward.
They actually can't TP out Blink. Blink is walking so far over that he can just jump, and yep, there she goes into the tree line. Number 1, but the seal is up. Yule Scepter will dispel it. Global Silence, but Resolution drops the Chronosphere. They wait for him to hit the ground and then burn him in the light.
They knew that smoke was coming, but he didn't jump that far. I'm surprised he actually went to the right side instead of the left where the rest of his team was.
It was just the TP being on cooldown. Maybe he felt like he had to jump all the way to the tier 3 tower, but he had to close the distance to do that.
Perhaps, but if you just go to the left side, you have the Observer Ward there. You can hide, pop the smoke.
Innocence. Oh, Weeha! Blink in, Yule Scepter, the Crush! Hits on 4! They hook out Resolution! Almost back to tier 4 towers! He'll time walk down at the force off from Misery trying to save him. The Aegis Immortal will trigger, so Weeha back up again, and they're gonna burn down the Slaughter. The assault into the base. Ice can't keep the fight going for Wings. Unable to latch that hook. But it's still Shadow finding a double kill. Overward, they see Blink. He's walking straight into Misery. The stuns, the Mystic Flares. Yule Scepter up. Is there a relocate save? Yeah. No! Innocence! It's like he grabbed onto him, but not strong enough to pull him through the void. And now he's coming back in 3, 2, 1, and goodbye, Innocence. He'll spend his money before death, both mech recipe as well as item, which you normally get when you have momentum. He's going back into the Orchid after Bloodstone and Yules. While top in the jungle, Ice Eyes and Mystic Flare doing some work. He'll survive. The Glimmer Cape keeps him invis, and Faith looking for the crush, but he missed it. Now Resolution. They already found one. Weeha is caught inside the Chronosphere, trying to kill the Slaughter. Shadow will move over. Can they find the kill? Yules up from Slaughter. He'll go again up and towards the air. Shadow still wants his kill over on Weeha. Faith will drop in the meantime with the Rod of Atos. The curse, it should be enough, but the Yule Scepter, Dispel, Shadow's running out of mana. The blink out, Weeha keeps the kite going, Resolution for the time boxer. A double kill for Moo, and Wings kited to the end of the earth in a stiff breeze. Early game help, like the Skywrath Mage Orbs.
Yeah, might be time to bring back the 2-1-2 mid lanes.
B top lane, quick jump, Yule Scepter up, that's the Slaughter. Still got 6, okay, those charges don't mean anything. He didn't even have a chance to trigger it off.
Oh, he has Scepter. This is going to be insanely difficult for Wings to hold.
Especially during the daytime. Extra heal, Blink and jump himself in, the time block, holds him in, the global silence. They'll actually pull Blink away with the hook, but now DC, no global silence to fight up against. They know they got the advantage, they got Chrono, they got everything their heart desires. All they want is the racks. DC, everyone was pinging Wings to try and win this grand final. The favorites to do it, but DC, they will be the first to claim the full set of racks on top. Fortification from Wings is slowing this fight down. Ice still looking for a good angle. Blink jumps in. They don't have the opening just yet. The smoke, the hawk, it actually drags the Slaughter out of his crush. They still know they got more than multicast. Blink forced up down outside the Chrono. Silencer caught inside of Innocence. He can't pull him out in time. They'll have to hold in. They have to back up under the tier 4 towers. DC, they're rampaging on. Remember objective-based gaming, but GG. Wings will call it. DC take game number 1 of the TI6 Grand Final against Wings. The boys that went all the way through the